Warning. We may have survived the apocalypse, Christmas, Hanukkah, Christmas shopping, Boxing Day sales, a battle with tryptophan, and drinking more alcohol than your uncle who loves the family just a little too much, but that just means these idiots did too. Thanks, Mayans. Here's the Fairly Oddcast.
Welcome to Fairly Oddcast. I'm Adam Watts.
And I'm Mark Nothing to Say LaValle.
We're finally going to tell you the end of the Moncton trilogy story.
Are we?
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Screw that.
I don't have the energy for that story tonight.
No, me neither.
It's been a long holiday week.
It's been a long holiday week. It absolutely has.
So we're going to talk about how much of a miracle we are. Or on our journey to sainthood, we've performed miracles. So we would like to be declared saints.
Does that mean... That means we want to be canonized, doesn't it? Isn't that what they do to saints?
Thought you were just made a saint. Like sainthood.
Maybe.
Look
Hard
it
to
up.
say. Look it up?
Might as well.
I will, while we discuss what's going on.
So, first, you know, they always say birth is a miracle, but I can prove that it's a miracle with math.
I would only like to say one thing about that. Your math is rotten. Your ability at math is deplorable.
I found a website
Okay.
that lists it all out for me.
All right. Well, everything on the internet is true, so let's go for it.
This is from a doctor,
All right.
and it's on the Huffington Post
Oh, even better.
in their healthy living section.
No good.
The article is called, "Are You a Miracle? On the Probability of Being Born."
Excellent.
So, we're going to start off with the easy step. And the
Right.
probability of our parents meeting one another. Not my parents meeting your parents, but of mom and dad meeting one another is 1 in 20,000.
Wow, that's pretty high. And I would like to interject that I was correct. Canonization is when a Catholic or Orthodox church declares a deceased person to be a saint.
Deceased, we can't do it when we're alive?
I don't know. Was Mother Teresa a saint when she was
I
alive?
thought so. And all she did was let people suffer and die without any medical care.
That's right.
She was a horrible person.
She was a horrible person. She looked horrible, too.
People don't realize how evil she was.
No.
We won't get into that tonight.
No. Maybe we'll save that for another episode.
Next time we're supposed to tell the Moncton story, we'll tell how evil Mother Teresa was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hell.
We'll get all of our facts from the internet. As I said, it is all true.
Infallible.
Yep.
It's not like we're on Wiki.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Having to
Citation needed.
So the reason for the 1 in 20,000. Oh, I'm not going to get into the reason why. It's
All right.
long.
All right.
But no, all right, we will. So if you assume that you meet one new person of the opposite sex every day from the age of 15 to 40, that's about 10,000 people.
Okay.
The pool of possible people that you could meet is 1/10 of the world's population 20 years ago. Oh, Jesus. I should have read this more. It's 1 in 20,000 that your parents meet.
Yes.
All right? So, now, step 2. The probability of same boy knocking up same girl is 1 in 2,000.
All right. So 10%.
Right. Because a fertile woman has 100,000 viable eggs on average.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yep. And a man will produce about 12 trillion sperm over the course of reproductive lifetime.
Nice.
Now, only using a third of those, 4 trillion.
I wonder how many either of us have murdered over the year.
Oh, I've murdered millions today already.
All right.
They're on the good towels.
Yeah. The embroidered ones.
They're not good anymore. They just never feel right again.
No, they don't. A little crunchy here and there.
So where are we? 4 trillion.
Yeah, 4 trillion.
Because, once mom hits menopause, those ones don't count.
Yeah, a third of those 4 trillion is relevant.
A third of the 12 trillion,
Yeah.
which makes it 4 trillion, is
Yeah.
the relevant sperm. So the probability of that one sperm with half your name on it hitting that one egg with the other half of your name on it is 1 in 400 quadrillion.
That's a lot. I feel lucky right now.
I mean, if you're betting on horses, you're not going to bet on the horse that's 1 in 100.
No, not at all.
So I mean, we're already well past the realms of betting odds at 1 in 400 quadrillion.
I wouldn't bet it 1 on 2,000.
No.
I mean, maybe $10 just on the off chance that I win 20 grand or whatever it is.
But here's where it gets interesting.
All right.
Because, I mean, already we're at the point of our parents meeting,
Yeah.
liking one another,
Yeah.
getting married, or just having sex, whatever.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. 1 in 400 quadrillion.
Yes.
But for our parents to have even gone to that stage, every generation would have had to produce an offspring. That's like, so a generation has 20 years.
Yeah.
So there's been, humans have been around, or humanoids, for about 3 million years. So that's 150.
Whoa.
That's what this says.
I thought we've only been around for 2,000.
Go fuck yourself. So 3 million. So that's 150,000 generations
Yep. Yeah, that's a few.
that each needed a kid
Yeah.
to continue on.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 1 in 2, followed by 150,000 zeros,
No, what? Yeah, that's 2 to the power of 150,000.
which is 1 in 10, followed by 45,000 zeros.
To the power of 45,000. That's a lot. That's a big ass number.
It gets bigger. Because now we go into the probability of each ancestor reproducing successfully in that 1 in 10 to the 45,000 power.
Nice.
So the fact that the right egg and the right sperm for every generation was met in order to get to us
Mm-hmm.
is 1 in 10 to the power of 2,685,000.
Wow. And
That's
yet-
just for one of us.
Yeah, that's just okay. Yeah, approximate. And I'm reading on that website that you've got up here, as a comparison, the approximate number of atoms in the known universe is 10 to the power of 80.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
2.5 million people getting together about the population of San Diego.
And each playing a game of dice with a trillion-sided dice, and then they each roll the dice, and it comes up with the exact same number.
Nice. All right. So the chances of any one given person being born are pretty damn slim.
Right. So I would say for both of us to be born, you would just double that. Or not double it. You'd multiply it. So that'd be 2,685,000 times 2,685,000, which is,
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's 720 trillion.
Okay.
720 trillion, 922 billion, 500 million to 1 that we were both born. And I'm sure it goes up more for us to be born.
Wait, not 1 to that. That's go back up a little bit. Isn't that the something to the power of that?
Yeah, it's 10 to the power of that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, 10 to the power of 720 trillion, 922 million, 500 million. Oh, I said that wrong. I said million instead of billion.
Yeah, you did.
So 720 trillion, 922 billion, 500 million.
Nth power.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's for the both of us to be born.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure there's odds. We could add those odds of us both being in the same general vicinity.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true as well. I mean, never mind the fact that those are the odds of us just being born, but the odds of us both being born in Nova Scotia
Exactly.
is, you got to figure, is pretty slim.
And then
I'd also like to point out that this is guesswork. I'm sure a statistician, if there were any listening, would be like, these two are idiots. That's not how you figure that out. But anyway.
I'm a statistician. It seems right to me.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Ass.
That's 2 people I've made fun of their work in 2 days.
So we'd have to add on the probability of being in the same generation.
Yep. Which
in the
technically
same
are
place. Yeah, we are, because it's 20 years.
I suppose.
So we're within 20 years of one another. I would say.
What are we, 74 to 77?
Yeah, that's got to be a generation. So like the population of Halifax would be factored into that.
Yeah. Nova Scotia?
Probably the world, because we could have been born anywhere.
It's true.
We probably have to base it on the rate of people who were born in Nova Scotia and then also move away from Nova Scotia. To the probability that your parents may have moved away before you were born.
Are both of your parents from Nova Scotia?
Nope. My mom's from Ontario.
Right. See, now my mom is from Nova Scotia, but I believe she's from the Bridgewater area. And to top that off, Dad's from England.
There you go. I mean, it's just getting ridiculously out of control.
And he didn't even get here till he was 16, I think.
And you want to know what another miracle is? That anyone's even listening. Because we would have to times that 720 trillion number
Yeah.
by the 2 million number again. That a third person was born.
Right.
And that they decided to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
So I mean, the fact that we're here is a miracle.
Yes.
So that's miracle number 1. And I think you need 2 miracles for sainthood.
That's a possibility. I'm not entirely sure.
Which seems odd, and it seems kind of unrealistic.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can
Thank
find
God
out.
for smartphones.
Exactly.
We'll just have a little dead air while you're trying to figure out if we need 2 saints or not. Or 2...
Apparently the first people the Christian church honored as saints were martyrs.
I think saints get martyred a lot.
Yeah, well, probably. Confessors. You know what? It's a really large Wikipedia page. I don't know if I'm going to find it, like if I have the patience for it. So,
Well, let's assume that it's 2 miracles.
all right, that sounds good.
That seems like a fair number. Like 1 miracle could just be a random act occurrence. So you'd want to have a second miracle just to really prove their sainthood.
It's true.
So just being born is our first miracle.
Yep.
And I think finding one another and creating a podcast and having at least 1 listener should be the other miracle, because those odds are even higher.
Yeah.
Lower. Higher? Lower. No, those odds are higher.
Yes.
It's a lower probability, higher odds. You know what we mean.
No, they don't.
They
Nobody knows what we mean.
They get the gist. So that's our second miracle. We should apply for sainthood. We're already ordained on the internet in the Universal Life Church.
Is there an expiry to that?
We never got our documents
That's true.
because we didn't want to pay the money to
Yeah.
get the documents, which I think we should relook into and actually pay the money now that we're adults.
And then we could start our own tax-free religion.
Like Scientology, without the killing of people.
Yep. And brainwashing and
Crazy submarines.
overly charging them for thetan removal.
For what removal?
Thetans or whatever. That's that thing that, they test your body level for thetans or whatever.
Midi-chlorians?
No, not midichlorians. That may be where he got the idea for it, though.
Maybe that's where George Lucas got the idea for
It's
midi-chlorians.
very possible.
Because they're both...
Don't you remember the South Park episode? They tested Stan's thetan levels with that e-meter.
That's right. I couldn't remember what they tested. I just remember they tested him, and he was the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard.
They show South Park on comedy 4 times in a row on Saturday morning, and either Saturday and Sunday or Saturday and Monday morning, and I PVR them all. So
It was on like last weekend or the weekend before,
yeah,
and there was an episode on I'd never seen.
really.
Yep.
Which one?
Don't remember.
Okay.
That was like 2 weeks ago. Having enough trouble remembering what happened this week. It's been such a long, crazy week.
It's been a blur. I'll agree with that.
So now that we know we're miracles,
Yeah.
and it's a miracle that anyone's listening,
Yeah.
I think we give ourselves a slow clap. Oh, we just spiked the audio.
Yeah.
James is going to lose his mind. He hates when we do that.
Too bad. It's not like he's our producer or anything.
He's the intro guy. The only professional.
Oh my god! Yeah, look at the spikes. That's amazing.
We did clap really loudly right next to the microphone, though. Maybe we should have backed up for that.
Maybe. To those of you who still have working speakers, we'll continue.
Hopefully you weren't listening through headphones. Just pause now. We'll allow you to clean up the blood,
Yep.
and we'll get back to it.
Excellent.
That's enough time.
Yeah, it is.
So this is like our 10th episode.
It is. Number
And
10.
our end of year.
Last episode of the year. That's
Yeah.
right. New Year's Eve tomorrow.
I think we should do a countdown at the end, and then people can just play it at the right time, and it'll sync up right.
All right.
But we won't be able to tell them till the end how long into the episode it is. So they'll have to listen to the episode first, and then start it over again at the right time.
Yeah. That's true. Well, nobody's going to do that, but we'll do the countdown anyway.
Just for our own shits and giggles.
Exactly. Screw all you.
I don't think we have any plans for New Year's. You're working.
I have to work, so
I might come hang with you and play video games.
I don't give a crap what's going on, really.
Might go eat lobster and drink my face off.
Yeah.
In my newfound non-sobriety again.
Yep.
That lasted a while, though.
It did. It did. And to be fair, there are people going that could take you home.
I was thinking of Mr. Burgess.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
I was thinking I was going to have to text him tomorrow to see if he can even take me there.
Yeah, maybe the Youngs.
They have 2 kids.
I know Matt's going, but
I don't want to be in their car.
maybe only Matt's going.
But then I won't get home. I don't want to leave the dog home alone all night.
That's true.
Oh, my sister might not be going, so I could just get her to feed him in the morning and put him out and stuff.
Yeah.
It could be done. It'll depend on my energy levels tomorrow.
Yeah. I wish you well if you do go.
Oh, me too. Because I'd have to walk home from your place if I go there,
Probably.
which would suck.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't even have the option to drive you home.
No.
As our car will be in Halifax.
How did the kids like Christmas?
Good. I mean, Sam still didn't care.
Yeah.
Although we kind of got him to open some things, sort of, so that was cool. And Alex played with everything briefly, and he didn't go after boxes so much like most little kids. He found a tube of wrapping paper, destroyed it, and then carries the tube around.
Yeah.
So,
Like a lightsaber.
yeah, pretty much. He's a young, well, I'm going to say Luke, because I don't want to compare my own son to Anakin.
No.
Anakin was a douche.
Both versions.
Yeah.
I got Holden to watch Jingle All the Way and said, "Who's that kid?" He goes, "I don't know." I said, "Imagine him racing a pod racer." He goes, "Oh, it's Anakin."
Nice. I like Jingle All the Way. That's the Schwarzenegger and
Sinbad
one,
and
right?
Phil Hartman.
Yeah, that one. I know it probably didn't get a lot of critical acclaim, but I thought it was funny.
So I think I might have done the unthinkable this weekend. I finished off my year watching 3 brand new movies, and I liked them all.
Okay.
Expendables 2.
Well, I can't blame you for liking that. The first one was perfect.
This one wasn't as perfect, but still fun.
Is it true? Now, I haven't seen it yet. So, is it true that Chuck Norris ruined it
I don't think so.
because of his whole language?
Oh, no. It wasn't PG, it was R-rated.
Was it good?
Originally, Originally, Chuck Norris has this thing where he only does PG movies.
Yeah, because of the swearing levels and stuff like that.
But no, it was an R-rated film. Swearing was off the top. Violence was off the top.
Good.
So, it was good.
Maybe somebody said to him, "You can't be in it if you can't let us do that." So
He wasn't in it very much either.
fair enough. Now, what about Schwarzenegger and Willis? Were they in it more?
Yeah, they were definitely in it more.
Good.
And there were some scenes with the 3 of them together fighting and stuff.
Excellent.
I think Schwarzenegger said, "I'll be back." Bruce Willis said, "You've been back enough." He goes, "I'll be back," and takes off. And Schwarzenegger yells, "Yippee-ki-yay" after him.
It's brilliant. It's so brilliant. Somebody just needs to yell Adrian at some point.
The only thing I was disappointed by was spoilers. We're going to talk about the ending.
Okay.
Of course, Van Damme's the main bad guy.
Yes, I did read that. I knew
And
that.
Stallone kills him.
Okay.
Because, Stallone's the star. But wouldn't it have been awesome if in the last fight scene, Stallone's about to die because he's getting his ass kicked by Van Damme, and Steven Seagal walks in and kills Van Damme?
That would have been cool.
Or even fucking you could have got Dolph Lundgren to do it. Payback for Universal Soldier.
Yeah, also true.
You had other options besides Stallone getting to kill Van Damme.
Yeah.
You had other
They
things.
could have let Randy Couture was in it again, wasn't
Yep.
he? They could have let him do it. I mean, he killed the second main bad guy in the first one.
No, but I'm just talking about like 80s movie wise or 90s movie wise.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, I mean, you could have anybody kill him, but just be ironic if Dolph Lundgren did it.
You know who they should have brought into the movie is one of the bad guys from Commando, the really fat, out of shape guy that could take Schwarzenegger to the edge of beating his ass, and had him somehow.
He let off some steam.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's on Netflix now.
Bennett. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, maybe some Bennett would have been good.
Yeah, I just that always got to me. That guy, he's like fat, he's got man tits, and yet he can still kick the shit out of Schwarzenegger.
It was the chainmail vest.
It must have been.
Hey,
So
Sully,
Expendables.
remember when I said I'd kill you last? That's right.
That's right, you did.
I lied. What happened to Sully? I let him go.
Brilliant.
I'm watching that movie again tonight once we're done.
It's a possibility for me
It's
now.
it's
too.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
The only problem with it is Alyssa Milano's young.
Hmm.
And it's just like watching Who's the Boss. You can't really do it because you know she's going to grow up and you want to fuck her. But she's
not now.
but she's only 12.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she just hit 40.
Did she?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she'd be pretty close.
Yeah.
She'd be a little bit older than
Pretty
us.
sure I read that.
Next movie was
Next movie.
Looper.
I saw you comment about that. You got an unexpected result. Was it pleasant unexpected?
Oh yeah. It wasn't pleasant or unpleasant. It wasn't what I expected from the movie at all.
Okay.
Like I expected the movie just to be. I mean, we all know the premise of the movie. I don't think it's a spoiler that the premise is, Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are the same person.
No, absolutely not.
And it's, Bruce Willis is just the future one. He comes back and he's supposed to kill him and obviously doesn't. So I thought it would just be kind of them chasing one another for the whole movie. It's not that at all.
Is it a buddy cop movie?
No. It's fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
12 Monkeys fucked up?
No, because that movie's just fucked up on a why is this even happening? This is a fucked up on content.
Oh, okay.
Like what Bruce Willis is doing.
Oh, all right.
Like, it's like, really? Bruce is going to do that?
Nice.
The ending was pretty predictable. Overly predictable.
All right.
I won't spoil anything. I won't give away why it's not what I expected it to be. It's just not them chasing one another through the movie that I thought it was going to be.
Fair enough.
So, but good.
Well,
2
that's
thumbs
good.
up for both of them.
All right.
And the third one was Dread.
Again, I saw you comment about that as well.
Excellent. I mean, I loved it. He didn't take off his helmet once.
Okay, I was going to say, in your post, you said up to now, no helmet taken off. Yeah. So,
And he scowled the whole time, like an actual frown.
excellent.
The entire fucking movie. And it was the guy who plays him is, I can't think of his name right now, but he's the guy who plays McCoy in the new Star Trek
Oh,
movies.
yeah. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Very good acting face.
Good.
So that movie was fun. And no Rob Schneider.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's not the right movie, but, he doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
But before I got to those 3 movies, I had some unexpected crappiness.
Oh, good.
I'm usually big on posting about movies I watch that are old. Well, not old, but like 90s movies that still stand up. Like Braveheart and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what one of those movies isn't?
Yes.
Hackers. That movie is utter shit.
I know, I told you.
Fuck.
I told you it wouldn't have stood up. I mean, it didn't stand up like a year or 2 after it came out.
Like, that movie is absolute garbage.
My God, it's got a 22.8 kilobaud modem.
28.8.
Whatever.
It's like, even in 95, that's not good.
No. And, yeah, it was terrible.
Like, there's not a redeeming quality about that movie.
Wait, don't you get to see Angelina's boobs?
Yeah, but it's before boob jobs, so they're just small.
That's true.
And if I want that, I can go see that. what's that one she's in naked and doing a lot of lesbian stuff?
Oh, Gia.
Gia.
Yeah, Rachel owns that, or did.
So, like, if I want to go see Angelina Jolie naked, I'm going to choose Gia over the 2 seconds in fucking Hackers.
Speaking of Angelina and nudity, have you heard about the possible sex tape?
Oh, please tell me it's with Billy Bob Thornton, because I'll be over it like a fat kid on a Smartie.
It's apparently from a period in the 90s when she was strung out.
Oh my God, even better, tell me it's with her brother.
A lot of alcohol and drugs. There's no word as to who it's with, but Brad, Mr. Jolie, is currently offering $10 million to buy it from whoever has it, so that he doesn't have to explain it to the kids.
Good call. Good man. Good husband.
Yep.
Or are they married?
I think so. Yeah, they are. They got a married, I think, secretly or quietly, or one of those things. So yeah, Hackers doesn't stand up.
No.
I would have known that right off.
I thought it might still be fun though.
Was that on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, being that Hackers was good,
It was in its day, yep.
and now, it was never good. It was enjoyable, but now sucks.
Yep.
I figured I'd watch something that sucked and maybe it was now enjoyable. Waterworld.
Oh, you are an idiot.
I was bored.
Well, then you're a bored idiot.
Like, that movie. And I thought, well, you know what? You know why I'm going to give it a second chance? Because Jack Black's in it.
Oh, okay.
But he's not in it enough to make a fucking difference. That movie is utter shit from the opening credits on.
You might as well have watched The Postman or something.
Postman would have been better. Like, I made it 20 minutes into the movie before I got up off the couch and just went to the computer and started doing stuff and ignoring the movie for the next 40 and then turned it off to watch something else. Like, fuck.
Was that also on Netflix?
Yes.
Oh, all right. American
No,
or Canadian?
I wouldn't have gone out of my way to download it.
I suppose, yeah.
Canadian. I was just watching it on the TV, so.
Excellent. I also watched some Netflix joy recently. I watched Zombies.
Excellent.
Yeah, which, of course, for those who haven't seen it but have Netflix, should check it out. It's so terrible. It's basically about a strip club that gets overrun by hooker and stripper zombies.
Those are the best kind of zombies.
They are. But I will say, they did have quite an original take on how to finally defeat them all.
Oh, no, I've seen it. I love it.
That, you can't give it away without ruining the end. Cause,
ruin the end.
All right, well.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so basically, the people turn into zombies because of a chemical that some guy steals from this doctor. He thinks it's like some super meth. And it turns out that it turns people into zombies of some kind. And the first one is a hooker, and she starts eating other hookers. And it goes on and on and on and on. And so finally there's a bunch of people, including a pimp, who every 30 seconds is threatening to backhand somebody, which I thought was priceless.
Did he stutter?
No. No. But
Lucius the stuttering pimp in the Trapped in the Closet saga?
No.
I think one night on the podcast, we're just going to listen to all 24 chapters.
All right.
I think that's how many there are so far.
Yeah. So it boils down to, I guess you could probably call her the stripper with the heart of gold. Like, she's the nice stripper.
Stripping her way through college?
I think, probably. And then the hero, which is another of one of the other strippers' brothers, bust out of the strip club and make their way to this lab, and they get the cure, quote unquote, which is something that you have to inject, and then it essentially will make the zombies explode. But anyway, so what happens is the hero, after a fight with some zombies in the lab, gets injected with the entire syringe. So, crap, what's going on now? Our cure's gone. So they run back to the strip club. blah, blah, blah. It boils down to the hero gets bitten. The zombie that bites him explodes. So, the zombies are all at the back door or at a hallway door, so they decide to start letting them in 2 by 2 and letting them bite the hero.
I love that movie.
So, he's of course getting really tired and sore, and he keeps like, bring him on, keep him coming. So they keep letting zombies in, but of course finally they overwhelm the door and a bunch of them break in, and they're up on like the stripper stage trying to fight off their final thing. So he like swan dives into the crowd and they all take a bite and they all explode at once.
It's so good.
I know you won't watch it because I just explained it, but you should watch it just to see it.
I've watched it.
I know you have.
Oh, you're talking to the 5 people that listen.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was brilliant. Brilliantly terrible. And then of course I watched The Dead Undead.
That's the vampires versus zombie movie.
Yeah,
right?
that's where vampires protect humans from zombies, because not all vampires are bad. In fact, these vampires don't eat or don't drink human blood anymore. They drink animal blood. Cow, I think.
So they're Brad Pitt.
Yeah. But they're not reluctant about it or preachy. They just don't eat humans, I guess.
Nothing worse than a preachy vampire.
Yeah. But there's some terrible, like, flashback scenes of when they were vampires during, like, Viking times and medieval times. It's a terrible movie. Zombies was way better.
I was going to watch Blubberella.
Nice. She's
half vampire, obese, and I'm pretty sure, I watched a little bit of it, I'm pretty sure she's a lesbian as well.
Awesome. The third movie I watched, and it was the most recent one, was Buried with Ryan Reynolds.
I know. An hour and a half of just Ryan Reynolds buried in a box.
Yep, and that's exactly what it is. I told my mother about it. I'm like, you should watch that. It's good. She's like, what's it about? I'm like, it's Ryan Reynolds. He got kidnapped and he's in a box. And somebody else asked me, I think it might have been her, does it cut away to the outside world at all or flashbacks? Nope. Never once. It is Ryan Reynolds, a cell phone, and a Zippo in a box. He's got a pencil so he can write things on his box.
His box.
Yeah. I believe his cell phone is a BlackBerry. So
it probably crashed right when he needed it.
What else did he have? Eventually there was, he discovered, because the kidnapper called him and told him, there was a bag and it had like really big glow sticks in it. And
the kidnapper gave him glow sticks?
Yeah. Possibly a knife in the bag, but he might have already had the knife in his pocket along with the cell phone and stuff. But the ending is you saw it coming, but not how it came. And I really want to tell what happened.
Don't, because I want to watch it.
And you need to.
Don't spoil shit for me. You can spoil shit for the listeners, but not for me.
Yeah, so
because I'm in striking distance.
You'll see the ending coming. You're like, oh, I knew that was going to happen, but not how it comes to be. And it's like, oh, damn it. But yeah, that was actually really good. I didn't think I could do it. I did not think I could sit there and just watch somebody. It didn't even have to be Ryan Reynolds. It could have been anybody. But literally an hour and a half.
Was he shirtless?
Nope. No, he was fully clothed.
So chicks won't even want to see it because you don't see his abs.
No, they don't. You barely see any of his body, for that matter. Mostly it's his face and his hands.
That might have helped Green Lantern.
That's probably true.
Oh, I hated that movie.
I haven't seen it. I don't think I'm gonna.
Don't.
In all my years of comic book reading, I was never much of a DC fan in the first place, and I've never read a Green Lantern comic. Ever.
No, me neither. My only experience with Green Lantern at all is with Justice League.
Like cartoons?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I suppose I've probably seen him there.
Well, I mean, some Justice League comics, too. I mean,
I suppose, yeah. But I've never really read either, so. And he doesn't seem to appeal to me as a character, so I won't waste my time with it.
No, he's kind of like Superman. He can just do anything, except he runs out of power. But I guess Superman runs out of solar power too.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, doesn't his ring, he can do like anything with that?
Yeah, anything.
Like giant hammers and...
Whatever he can think of.
Okay. See, that's kind of... I don't know. It's kind of a cop-out, it seems. Like, it's just too easy to make them a superhero.
Well, that's what DC is. It's superheroes, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, DC's taking on stuff from the galaxy, where Marvel's more Earth-based.
That's true.
Well,
Minus Silver Surfer, Galactus.
Yeah. But for the most part, I mean, Superman has to deal with not even global problems, but galaxy problems. Otherwise,
Cosmic problems?
Cosmic problems. Nice.
It's true, he does. It'd be kind of dumb if he just beat up normal criminals all the time.
Yeah, it would be. You can only rescue so many cats out of a tree.
Yeah, and stop so many burglaries.
Yep. I have a new favorite video game of 2012.
Okay.
It just happened this weekend because it was free.
Walking Dead Episode 1.
Fuck yes.
I've got it. And because I believe one of the daily deals yesterday was...
It's till the end of the month. They're all half price.
Okay, well, I bought 2 and 3 because I had 400 points.
Yeah.
So...
I'm disappointed I'm not going to have any points before January 1st, but they're worth... Each episode will be worth the 400 points I have to pay for it in the new year.
Well, that's good to know because I won't have any more points either, so...
I loved it.
Well, I've heard it. I mean, it won Game of the Year.
Did it?
Yeah, at the Spike Video Game Awards.
I didn't watch the Spike Video Game Awards. I hate that show.
Yeah. Oh, I enjoy it for the teasers, really.
That's what I do. I turn it on when they're showing a trailer, and then I flick to something else.
Yeah.
And this year, I don't think they even had that many trailers that I wanted to see. I remember last year, I was watching just so I could see the Arkham City one.
Yeah.
This year, there was some other cool ones that I can't even remember the names of right now.
Well, they showed a new extended Tomb Raider, the reboot of Tomb Raider, which looks really good.
I didn't see that one. I just saw one that was weird because the guy in it was in a hospital.
Oh, something Pain.
But the guy looked like...
Ghost Pain.
Yeah, but the guy looked like Snake.
Yeah, he did.
So I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
It's like, is this... Because it was Konami doing it.
Yeah.
So it was like... I was hoping that it was maybe a Metal Gear game under a different name.
It could be.
But there was another one, I think it was called Destination or something like that. Another horror one, Silent Hill-esque. But...
I don't remember that.
Oh, there were some good trailers that I wasn't expecting, but...
That's good to know about Walking Dead, though, because I was gonna attempt to fire it up probably tonight, actually.
When I was playing it, I saw that you were playing another zombie game.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny that we were both playing new zombie games at the exact same time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got an EB gift card for Christmas, and I think it was Friday I went and blew it. I wanted to get a copy of Dishonored, which is supposed to be really good. But, and it was on sale for $29. Brand new game, like within the last month or two. Sold out, of course.
Yeah.
So I wandered around the store and I found, I got the newest Ghost Recon, because I've always liked it in the past. Plus, I really want to play with that gunsmith thing with Kinect and make.
Oh yeah, the gunsmith thing. I remember that.
Yeah. And I got the new Steel Battalion. If you remember.
Was that the one that had the huge controller?
The giant joystick one, yeah.
That we barely got anywhere in that game?
I got through some of it. But yeah, you're right. The new one, of course, is half controller, half Kinect.
Yeah. Yeah, I played the demo for it.
So, looks pretty cool. And I got Dead Rising, like one of the launch games for Xbox, which is super fun because it's really nothing but zombie bashing.
When you're in the mall and you pretty much pick up everything.
Anything you want.
Yeah, that's an old game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's really old. Like, you can tell. I mean, the game itself, when you're playing, looks all right, but the cutscenes, you can tell it's early. But I remember some really fun aspects about it. Like, if you tried really hard, you could find, and you finish the game and you start it again, you could get a complete, like, Mega Man outfit that you could wear, including a fake toy gun that shot, like, plastic balls, and all kinds of stupid things like that. So, I figured, why not? So for those 3 games, it cost me, I don't know, $5 or $10 because I had the gift card.
Nice.
Yeah, so I made out pretty well. And but yeah, I saw Walking Dead was free and I had to. I'm like, why not?
Yeah, that's why I got it, because it was free. I had it on my phone, and I'd played it a little bit on my phone.
Oh yeah.
And it's the same game.
Yeah.
So I deleted it off my phone, of course. Because why would I play it on my phone?
When you have a joystick, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually harder. It's really hard on the phone.
I can imagine.
I needed a controller. I don't like playing games on my phone that aren't just... like,
Tilt the phone or hit the
not
screen.
even tilt, just like Bejeweled Blitz.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Simpsons Tapped Out,
Yeah.
which you'll have to get for your phone.
What is that?
You're rebuilding Springfield,
Oh, nice.
and it's free.
Really?
Yeah,
Let's see if it's available in the Windows Store.
should be. But I don't know. That falls under my favorite game of the year, just especially because it's free. Not that there wasn't tons of other good games like Skyrim. Was Skyrim this year, or was that last year?
No, it was this year, I think. Yeah, I think it was this year.
You know what? I don't think it was anymore, because there's been 2 expansions this year. Couldn't have been this year. They wouldn't have put 2 big expansions the first year without it. I think that was last year.
It's possible.
Because we know my opinions of Forza Horizon.
Great game.
It's not for the price.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, you got the rally pack for that, didn't you?
I did.
How much fun's that?
It's good. It's hard.
Is it?
Yeah, like you wouldn't expect it. It's totally separate from the game. Like you don't enter rally stages from free roam like you do the other races. When you start up the game, you get the choice: single player, multiplayer, rally. You can jump to the rally from free roam by pausing, but it's still got all the same radio stations and the same chick that talks to you over your headset or whatever and all that crap. But you start off, you got to buy a Mitsubishi, I think, and you do a stage, blah, 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 you get your thing. And there's like 7 rallies with 4 stages each. There's 5 new cars that you can buy and rally up. And those cars specifically get like rally body kits, like tires,
with like the lights on
tires
top
strapped
and
to the
stuff?
roof and giant headlights on the front and stuff. So, I mean, you can rally any of your street cars because there's rally tires, suspension, and transmission.
But they don't get the body kits.
But you can't get the body kits for them, which is a little sad because I mean, it makes sense what the rally cars are. It's a Mitsubishi, a Subaru, the Toyota Celica, which was always popular way back when, like Sega Rally had that. The Stradale from Delta, you know, the really angled one, and I cannot remember what the 5th one is, but it is not the other Delta. The like the little hatchback that looks like a Volkswagen Golf or something. Which
like the Lancer?
no,
Oh.
that's a Mitsubishi. The Integrale, but I would have thought, but I mean that's already in the regular game, so I guess maybe that was their thinking on that. But it's fun. It's hard. One of the achievements is to win a stage on hard, like opponent difficulty hard.
Yeah.
Not hard, because not only do you have to have opponent difficulty hard, you have to be on manual, which is fine because I've been doing manual since Forza 4 now for a while, with the driving line off.
Oh. Like completely off, not even just on for corners?
Nope. Off. So I tried that achievement.
Failed miserably.
Oh my god.
You just have to do a level so much that you know it. Like you could
It
race
is.
with the line off on like Maple Valley.
I've gotten the few races that I did do with the hard difficulty and the no. I found it not too bad because of course you got the co-driver. He's telling you what's coming up anyway.
Yeah.
So, along with his voice and, you know, just looking down the road, you can kind of judge when you need to brake. So that wasn't too bad. But man, I was finishing like. Basically, there's checkpoints all through the rally stages. If you pass one, it'll tell you where you are. Like, you're first. You're 10 seconds ahead. So, on this hard difficulty, first checkpoint, top 10. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Next checkpoint, 50th.
50th?
Yeah, that's last.
There's 50 cars?
50 people.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have every achievement in that game, but that.
You should bring up the wheel.
I might.
I still say the wheel makes it easier.
It might.
I think all those times are. That's not on the audio.
It didn't spike at all, so I'm assuming we're safe.
Fucker.
I farted. That's what he's talking about.
He's a sick bastard. Oh.
That should be the description for the episode when you post it. We talk about random things, and Mark farts.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, so the rally pack was good. It was fun.
This was a good game this year, besides the obvious. WWE 13 was good.
Halo 4,
but
good.
that's an obvious.
Yeah.
WWE 13 had an
it wasn't obvious. Okay.
Had an Attitude Era
Yeah.
storyline, so you got to go through the entire Attitude Era doing the storylines
Yeah,
from the TV show.
I remember we played it at my house, and I was terrible at it.
You suck at that game.
I do.
Ferociously.
It's obvious for most people, but Borderlands 2 is fantastic, of course, so that'll be up there. I got a couple Borderlands ringtones for my phone today.
What?
Yeah. Just funny characters. I don't think I have any. Mass Effect 3? Not bad. I mean, it was fun. I still haven't finished it. I don't even know if I'm halfway through it yet. Every time. The schedule for games this year was annoying because I would get one, start to play it, and then the next one I wanted would come out. So I would get that and play it for a while and totally forget, the last game. So,
You know what's going to be weird next year? Might not be a wrestling game.
yeah, THQ went out of business.
Yep.
Or they are going out of business.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to snap up the rights, though. They will sell that.
Oh, yeah.
They have
But
to.
it'll be a totally different game. Like, it's been with THQ since, like...
Yeah, but I think they've kind of lost their way.
Well,
in the simplicity factor. I miss the days when in a wrestling game you would hit the grapple button and then hit a direction with one of the 2 or 3 buttons, and that's it. Right?
Yeah, but
Up in A is your suplex. Right in A is your gut buster, whatever. That kind of thing. I miss that.
It's still pretty much that simplistic, though.
This one seemed that way. But others that I've played didn't seem that simple. Like, the grappling wasn't just grapple and do it. It just, I don't know. They seemed... The one that we played a ton out of way back when, I think we still lived at the apartments, where we...
That was a WCW game, wasn't it? Like, WCW,
No, I don't
WCW
think
versus
so.
the World or versus NWO one?
I don't think so.
Or what might have been one of the SmackDown versus
Yeah.
Raw ones.
But anyway, I miss simpler wrestling games.
I find their Creator Wrestler hasn't changed, and it's the same stuff every year.
That's true.
Same face paint, same costumes. Like, I mean, you can go and create the exact same guy every year and not find better stuff to put on them without making them look ridiculous.
Yeah, you can make them look really stupid.
I find it's hard to make them look like a normal person.
Especially by today's standards.
Yeah.
Because there's no... I mean, with the exception of, The Undertaker and Kane, there's no real, like...
Comic-like characters.
Yeah, comic book characters. Like, unrealistic characters. So... But, yeah, it's definitely... That one was definitely an improvement, I think, because of the Attitude Era.
Well, the Attitude Era is just fun. You got actual commentary and actual interview audio from that time, like overdubbed the matches, and
I still wish for that time. That's when I was a big fan of wrestling, was back then.
yeah.
I don't have much interest in it compared to then as I do, or now as I did then.
No, because it's geared towards kids again.
It's a lot more boring.
Yeah.
For sure. There's no larger than life Stone Cold or Rock or
Not that everyone likes
Mick Foley.
John Cena that all the kids and girls like, and that everyone our age hates.
Yeah. I liked him better when he wasn't such the
face of the company.
American Patriot boy.
He's the face of the company. He's the superhero.
He is, yeah.
He's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. But I liked him better when he still spoke in rap and stuff like that. I thought he was funny back then.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get to be as funny as he...
No, occasionally they let him, but it means...
Yeah. Like, during his feud with The Rock, he was funny a couple of times.
Yeah.
Funnier than The Rock, most times.
I think he owned The Rock a lot of those times.
Yeah.
When he called The Rock out for having notes written on his arm was one of the best moments in a long time in wrestling.
Yeah, it was. And it was... I mean, you could attribute some of it, I'm sure, to Rocky not being in practice.
Yeah.
You know.
Hence needing notes.
Yeah, exactly. Hence needing notes. I mean, because he still had some funny bits as well, but... yeah, so... I will give Walking Dead a try tonight, I think.
Yep, it was good.
They have it on sale as a full game, too, at the store now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. But I thought, I'll bet you buying the episodes are cheaper. Although they may not be now. How many episodes are there? 5?
And that's, well, I mean, I think that's
and they're, well, the first one was free.
And the next ones are, well, they're 200 points right now.
Technically 400.
They're 400 a chapter.
That's only $20 though, I think, isn't it? Isn't 400 $5?
I think so.
Yeah. So, I guess it depends on how much the in-store version is. I didn't look.
Or if some people don't have Xbox Live.
That's true.
Hence the reason they sell those Rock Band pack tracks every once in a while, right?
Mm.
Not as much anymore because that franchise has died.
It really has. And that Rocksmith one doesn't seem to have taken off, although it still exists.
There's a new one coming that's like that, where you can plug a real microphone and a real guitar that Slash is doing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
will it teach you like Rocksmith does? Because Rocksmith apparently teaches you to play the guitar as well.
Yeah, that's what this is. It starts like, from the beginning and works you up. So.
I mean, that's pretty cool if it works. I would consider trying it, except it's so damn expensive.
What, Rocksmith?
Yeah. Because you got to get the guitar to boot.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you already have a guitar, you're fine.
Yeah. I don't, so.
Me neither anymore. Not an electric, so.
Hey, do you even have an acoustic? Isn't your acoustic broken?
It is.
Yeah.
Neck snapped.
My uncle might have a couple for sale.
Acoustics or electrics?
Acoustics. He was, because they moved recently, and one of the times I went over to gather some things they were giving away, the guitars, he's like, do you know anybody that wants guitars?
Message from Rachel Loveley. You can say, read it or ignore.
Way to not turn off your phone. And way to have it pronounce your last name really stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, he asked me if I knew anybody that wanted to buy guitars. I'm like, why? He's like, because I suck at it. I'm like, all right then.
If they're cheap, I'm in.
I'll ask him. I should be going to see him in the next day or two.
Yeah.
So,
if they're cheap, I'm in.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll ask him if he still even has them. So,
yeah. And even cheaper, I'd like giving them away.
Yeah, true.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for us this week.
I would say.
Do we actually? I don't want to do the countdown because I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough.
Since we're not actually celebrating New Year's.
Happy New Year and fuck y'all.
I got no New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in them. If I want to change something, I'll just change it, and it doesn't need to be the beginning of the year.
Yeah, well.
So. Well, for all of you that are going out tomorrow night, or tonight since you won't hear this till Monday, be safe.
Be safe. Have a happy New Year.
If you've been drinking, please don't drive.
Stay in school.
Don't use drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on Twitter at FairlyOddCast.
And on Facebook at facebook.com/FairlyOddCast.
And so long, and thanks for all the fish.
Yeah.